Welcome to the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Wednesday, September 18th. Today we will continue to have increasing showers, especially over far western Nevada along the Sierra front this afternoon and continuing through tonight. Otherwise, as you move further east, precipitation will be more showery, with still some isolated showers up in Idaho and Wyoming, but much of that heavier precipitation has already fallen up north. There will also be some high elevation snowfall in the north and along parts of the Sierra. As we move into Thursday, we'll still have some lingering showers over western Nevada, and then by Friday, we see moisture over southern areas of Nevada into western and central Utah. Otherwise, precipitation will be more spotty as we move through the next few days, as opposed to the more stratiform, widespread wetting rains that we saw recently. Precipitation over the last 24 hours, you can see we saw good amounts of wetting rains over parts of northern Utah, starting yesterday morning up into Idaho and Wyoming, with much lighter precipitation into Nevada, and you can see the lightning here on the right. These showers were accompanied with thunderstorms in parts of Idaho, Wyoming, and northern Utah, with a few strikes in northeast Nevada. Otherwise, very light initial attack yesterday with only 7 new fires for just under an acre and minimal growth on our large fires due to the wetter conditions. Over the last 7 to 14 days, the precipitation you can see, especially with this last system, has added to this over Idaho into northwest Nevada, and this precipitation is well above normal for the time of year. Still some drier spots over southern and eastern areas of the Great Basin. Our ERCs show this picture well, with decreasing ERCs that have dropped dramatically over northern and western areas of the Great Basin, and many areas are below the 50th percentile. Still a few drier spots along the Sierra front, which should be rectified with some incoming rainfall today and tonight, and then also drier areas over southern areas of the Great Basin with still some spots above the 60th or 70th percentile. Currently, our ERCs, you can see the dramatic decrease in parts of Idaho to well below normal. Similar conditions along the Sierra front, although we haven't seen quite as much of a decrease, but we will see, again, more decreases here in the coming days with the moisture today. Otherwise, you can see from the green forecast line, ERCs will gradually be coming up, but still remain below normal. The satellite image from this morning shows that second area of low pressure now moving into California, and this will continue dropping south and east and move across southern California and southern areas of the Great Basin the next couple of days. Smoke forecast, really minimal smoke to deal with across the Great Basin with the change of weather. And looking at later today, you can see that moisture really increasing over western areas later today. Still some lingering showers in the north, but otherwise low fire potential over the northern 2/3 of the Great Basin, and still kind of low over southern areas as well. Looking at the relative humidity, the driest conditions are in the south with relative humidity below 15%, with much higher humidity as in looking at minimum relative humidity generally above 40% in all areas over the northern half of the Great Basin. Wind gusts today, aside from some outflow winds, if we see any thunderstorms mixed in with these showers over western Nevada, generally lighter winds area-wide. Still somewhat breezy over the Snake River Plain, but much higher humidity, and much of these gusts staying in the 20s anyway. Temperatures will continue to remain cool and below normal, with highs in mainly the 60s to around 70s to around low 70s in the valley areas, with highs in the 50s and 60s in the higher elevations. The warmest spots are in the far south with highs in the mid-80s. Otherwise, our probability of precipitation, you can see here on the right, still some lingering showers, but again, more scattered up north with the more concentrated areas of wetting rains really along the Sierra front. So moving to Thursday, this low drops into Southern California. Still moisture wrapping around this low, keep showers along the Sierra front going into Thursday, otherwise low fire potential. Relative humidity will start to come up even over southern areas as this low starts to approach. Wind flow generally light. Could see some southeast winds in the 20s over southern Nevada, but certainly nothing significant. And then looking at temperatures, still seeing cool temperatures, although we will see some warming in the northern areas of the Great Basin. That'll be on the drier side, but still some precipitation wrapping around that low along the Sierra front on Thursday. And then on Friday, this low finally starts to swing east over southern areas of the Great Basin, continued low fire potential. We will see increasing humidity as that low tracks further east over southern areas and also some shower activity. So you can see some potential for outflow winds with some of these showers and thunderstorms. And you can see those chances of showers on Friday really tied to those southern areas closer to that low, but still some areas of showers possible in the southern area of the Carson district. Otherwise, temperatures remaining below normal. but still a few degrees warmer than Thursday. 3-day precipitation, the best concentrated areas of wetting rains continue along the Sierra front and also into the higher elevations of the Sierra, where we could see some of that high elevation snowfall. Otherwise, more scattered showers over the southern half of the Great Basin, with still a few lingering showers today in the north. As we move into the weekend, we will see that low move into the Four Corners area, so still some lingering moisture and showers across Utah, but otherwise drier air moving into western areas with continued low fire potential. By Sunday, we could see some cloud cover in the north, but otherwise still looking at drying conditions with this building ridge of high pressure off the west coast. So we will see gradually warming temperatures over the weekend into next week, probably returning to normal, where valley locations will be in the upper 70s to low 80s. And you can see some of that drying on our significant fire potential map over western areas, but still generally low fire potential region-wide. High pressure moves over the area going into the Tuesday, Wednesday time period. So again, drier conditions with lowering relative humidity, still light winds under the ridge, and gradually warming temperatures. No real change to our precipitation in the 7-day, as all of that precipitation is falling within the next few days. And then the 8 to 14-day outlook, taking us into the end of the month, shows still warmer and drier conditions lingering potentially until early October. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back tomorrow for the latest updates.